NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous. NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous.
Thank you so much, dear televiewers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, lovers of NG Television, the population of the West region, good people of Cameroon, and of course, the lovers of the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator, the sole platform where we come live across NG Television to discuss topical marital issues, relationship matters, cohabitant issues, and all the lots of, issues plaguing the 21st century marriages. From this end, we always call them Android generation marriages. Yes, that's how we do it on this set. Once more, we want to say thank you so much, production room, manipulating over the over 1,000, buttons and so on, other person. Then, when it's same, we always go hit Manfi, and then we come back. We go to Manfi spiritually, we come back to the studio in the physical. Good afternoon to you, Ajayu Kindip. Under Murphy. No other person than Simon Ichi Abo. Good afternoon to you in the production room. He is there to ensure that we have nothing but the very best of the program this afternoon across NG Television. You know the TV station already. I don't need to say it, NG Television. And it's always your girl, Miss B, or Lady B, you call me, that I give you a beautiful smile. And so it's with a beautiful smile, I welcome you all today on board the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Good afternoon to you, members of PASO. It's always a tradition when we open up the files to greet you, Mimbi. We are the bros of this program. And of course to you, CD2 Metre Bless in Chang. This is your girl, your loved program, Meet the Marriage Counselor. First of all, before we start today, it's a tradition. When we come live like this, we take time off to greet all our counselors who will normally leave their busy, schedules to come here, dish out, knowledge to help marriages keep standing tall in the society. We will always say marriages remain the fundamental, pillars, foundation of every nation or to nation building. And so when the marriage crumbles, the family will definitely fall apart, and before you know it, the community will be a whole lot of problem, and the nation will be the bad place, a very bad place to live in. But because we are here just to ensure that families are just up to standard, of course, the community and the nation, the very best of place to dwell in. And so good afternoon to you, Counselor Harmony Gafferson. I don't know why I started with you today, but whenever I call that name Gafferson, I always wear a beautiful smile there. There's a powerful meaning behind that name. Good afternoon to you, Madam Counselor Gafferson, and of course to you, Councillor Harmony Gafferson, Councillor Bella Colivier, you're in front of your screen right now. And of course to you, Councillor Mike Che, you're in front of your screen right now. Greetings to your wonderful family there, Madam Jemima Mike Etcher. And the kids there in front of the screen right now. And of course to you, our Queen. So Queen with services as far as, marital counseling are concerned, gets across this country to the diaspora. Hi to you, Councillor Christy Kwam. And of course to you, Councillor Dennis Ngara, Councillor Tume Eric, Councillor Sivanus Nemlak Philippian, Councillor Nemlak Honorain, Councillor Emmanuel Sma, I almost forgot you there. And of course to you, Dr. Councillor Joko John, who is in Nigeria right now as we talk in dear televiewers, a man of few words when it comes live. That's Dr. Councillor Joko John. He is in Nigeria doing it. As we always say here, his services as far as counseling are concerned is not only in the West region, Banjul, or that Bakanti, Bafang, no. Cameroon in general, and to the diaspora. And so presently he's counseling somewhere there in Nigeria, and to your wonderful wife there, Counselor Elise Bird. Okay, that's it there. If we've left out any other counselor, never mind. Tradition hosts, we will always come back and greet you. Good afternoon, Counselor Roger. Lots of counselors, so we normally leave some when we forget them. Then we will never forget you. It's the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Another brain is on board this afternoon. You will be discovering her soonest. She's here to let wisdom blow across the airwaves of NG Television as far as marital counselings are concerned. And so you will be discovering her soonest. This is somebody, if you must know this afternoon, who is living the reality of marriage. I tell you what, about saying over 29 years in marriage. Okay, some 29 years in marriage. Dear televiewers, come with me. We're talking about 29 years here. 29 years here, not 29 days. You understand? And so she is in the better position to talk about marriages this afternoon, not those, you understand, we call this marriage counselors and the non-married or the divorced 10 times. You understand? Okay, our counselor is here. You will be discovering her soon. No other person. Counselor Beatrice Gansu, yeah, that's it there, is an expert in marital issues. She harbors marriages, counseling on this, whole institution called marriage. Here in the West region, here in Cameroon, Littoral Center, the South, the West, and so on, and even to the diaspora. You may be thinking that it's a prophecy. No, leave all that. It's the reality. Okay, that's it there. Without any transition, we just go straight to discovering a counselor this afternoon. But before we do that, the question for the day is already in front of your screen, dear televiewers. Who should be blamed for the failure of a marriage? Is it the husband or the wife? Who should be blamed for the failure of a marriage? Is it the husband or the wife? Tell us something this afternoon. Brother Fazil. Numbers are already in front of your screen. You can use to reach us this afternoon. Meantime, if you have any worry as far as marriages are concerned, please forward them to us and trust the expertise of our counselors who harbor here, not quacks, please, to give you nothing but the very best of, counsel to keep you through your relationship, your love affairs, and your marriages. And so that's it there, and the topical issue. Once you have the counselor on board, we will come to unveil to you, dear televiewers, the topical issues we are handling today. Over to you, Simon Echi. Let's discover who we have on set this afternoon. Meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. NGTV on board. Thank you so much. Of course, that's her there, so pretty. As you see her, you see solution to so many marriages, you understand? She's not just a wife, no, a mother, no, a family role model, no, woman. She's here to, let wisdom blow across the airwaves of NG Television to share with you what will make you not to enjoy the choice of your marriage partner. You understand, dear televiewers. Good afternoon to your counselor, Beatrice Gansu. I hope I'm correcting.
Yeah.
Good. It's a pleasure for us to have you here despite your busy schedule. You could make it for you to offer your services to this, blessed institution and a whole lots of people, thousands of people watching out there right now to ensure that marriages are just, up to standard, the way God created them to be, so that the nation Cameroon be a better place. So it's with a broad smile that Miss B, Lady B, welcomes you today on board.
Thank you, Lady B, for this opportunity given to me to minister here, to talk on marriage. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm so that is watching right now. Hi to somebody who is watching her, Slate Queen on board the program this afternoon. So we give you fine salutation and to the Gangso family. Good afternoon to you, Loisy Lois, or I'm going to call you Stylistic Lois. Are you watching right now at Palais de Justice? And of course, the entire, Content family. Greetings on board. Another, couple there who are just the very best of admiration as far as marriages are concerned. That's to Papa Kanten and Mama Madu. Good afternoon to you all. Okay, that's it there. We go straight to the topical issue we're handling. She's a woman of few words but loaded, you understand? Lots of things will be discussed today. I pray the time permits us. Also, we asking today, according to the fathers already on the table, how best can a couple enjoy the choice of their marriage partner? That's what we asking this afternoon. How best to a whole lots of fans who are already connected through the social media page. Good afternoon to you all. Thanks for your wonderful response. And of course to you, Councillor Klaus in the United Arab Emirates. That's in Dubai. Good afternoon to you and your wife. Okay, that's it there. Enjoying the choice of your marriage partner. First of all, dear Councillor, the first question I want to ask this afternoon, as far as marriages are concerned, do you think marriage is a bad thing? Why do I ask that? There are lots of people in there who are struggling to get out, while those who are out there are struggling to
go
get
out.
in.
to get in, yeah?
Good. You are already in the reality of a marriage, you understand, for 29 years. How have you been, keeping this marriage standing tall with your lovely husband? That's actually what 29 years. How many people will live for 6 months without, searching for the way they came in so that they go back the same way? This is a big testimony. It's a grace, if I may say. It takes God. 29 years in marriage.
Yeah.
How have you been coping? How did you manage to keep it this long? This is 6 months. I have an example of somebody I know in Nigeria. 1 month, it's a pastor, even 1 month after marriage. And this is the pastor we're talking about even. How did you manage it, dear Councillor?
Wow. First of all, I want to say that marriage is a good thing.
Good.
Marriage is a good thing. The God who made marriage has made it for people to enjoy it. God has made marriage, it wasn't going to be a boxing ground or some frustration for man. It is supposed to be a blessing to the both party. And I want to say that, I want to encourage those who are not yet even married, that marriage is a good thing. Anything that God has made is good. And God who instituted marriage has made it to be a good thing. And the both parties have to work together to see it work. So, I can only say that marriage, for me, has been wonderful. And I cannot play with what you say that all has been rose.
Good, because I was about asking were there times that you ever got angry? How did you, manage moments like that?
I want to say that there are some 3 things that one should consider in marriage when you are getting to marriage, when you are getting in marriage. There is love, there is forgiving, and there is love, there is forgiving, there is patience. I can even add, learn to appreciate.
Learn to appreciate.
Learn to appreciate. There's love that must be in it. There is someone who knows how to ask for forgiveness. Someone who knows how to say thank you.
Appreciation.
Appreciation. So you cannot do marriage and you cannot be in marriage and you want to ignore these things. You must know these things. You must practice them. Learn to appreciate your husband. Learn to thank him. And learn to forgive. These are the things that can keep a marriage going.
Thank you so much. I think it's a wonderful one there. Some people may be wondering, Miss B, why did you ask that question? Sometimes when you share your experience, it has a whole lot of, aspect to play as far as, educating the public out there is concerned. You mentioned a beautiful point there that I loved so much. You talked about the fact that marriage is good. Nobody should deceive somebody out there that marriage is not good. 29 years is not 29 days. And when you said it's good, I was about asking, so why then why do so many people then, why then do so many marriages do fail out there, yet marriage is good? Are there some aspects that should not be promoted in marriage, or is it that you understand? Why do so many marriages there, today even, let me not say out there, today even is so common. 1 month in marriage, the whole thing crumbles. 6 months in marriage, the whole thing crumbles. Now you've been able to manage it for 29 years. But like the points they raised, dear televiewers, what has been keeping her marriage for 29 years? Love, forgiveness, patience, learn to appreciate, and of course, know these things and then practice them. I've just started that one day. You have to know those things and then practice them. It's not enough knowing and you do not practice. Thank you so much, dear counselor. So, why then do so many marriages there today can't be, compared to the marriages of old?
Well, many people get into marriages with some kind of selfish reasons. Then secondly, some do not even think before getting into a marriage. They just want to be married. They don't like them. They don't like people calling them Miss this, Miss that. They want to have the title of Madam this. And you see people jump into marriages without having a thought on what marriage actually is. Also, when you enter into, before you even enter into a marriage, you have to first think and see, open your eyes and see where you are going to.
Before you continue, dear counselor, but people always say love is blind. So how do you open your eyes?
No, love is not blind. I want to tell the people out there that love is not blind.
Okay.
To me, it is right for you to open your eyes wide and see where you are going to. And then I can say that close your eyes when you enter into the marriage.
Thank you so much. I love that point there.
Close your eyes when you get it. Before you enter the marriage.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
Okay, before you enter.
And then learn to obey parents. Learn to listen when your parents talk to you or senior people talk to you. Because with the children nowadays, this is a guy, they have the physics or the physical aspect, or they have seen money and they say that is the man I must marry. Or if the father or the mother say that no, that is not the person for you, she say no, you are not seeing, it's not like your own time. We are now in this time, at this present time. You are not seeing well. Or most of them, when the parents are telling them that is not the right man for you, they go and get pregnant. So that the father will say, or the mother will say, okay.
I like that point.
Okay, just go into it. And before she knows it, the very boy that was telling her yesterday, I love you, I love you, I love you, with the pregnancy and the child already, the boy is no more, the boy is looking somewhere else. So learn to listen to parents first. Then open your eyes, who am I getting married to? Who are even the parents of this guy I'm trying to love? There are a lot of factors that come into people coming together for marriage. You don't just jump into, you see some guy on the street and he calls you, he loves you, and you give yourself to the boy, and then very soon you people are talking about marriage, very soon you jump into the boy's house. You don't even know who the parents are. You don't even know what is the lifestyle of the boy. You don't know many of those things. There are many things you're supposed to know. There are many things you're supposed to open your eyes and see before you get into that house. And so when you get into a house where you have not really taken time to open your eyes and see, who is this boy? Who is this boy's parents? Who is this boy's family? You just jump into a marriage like that. Before you know it, perhaps you have gotten into a home where there are people that are manifesting all kind of characters. Before you get into it, if you are already there, very soon you are crying that you see the boy start manifesting many things that you were not expecting, and that's how you want to come out. Meanwhile, marriage is a good thing, and God has planned it to be a blessing for those that come together.
Good. Thank you so much, dear Counselor. It's a wonderful one there. You know, when I don't know what made me to start the question today, the show today with this question. You've been in marriage for 29 years. How did you manage it? Lots of people out in there want to come out, and those who are out there want to get in. What's the secret? And she was like, love, forgiveness, patience, learn to appreciate your partner, know these things, and then practice them. Here she comes again to answer the reason why she's been in marriage for 29 years. Open your eyes and know where you are heading to, dear televiewers. If you are in a relationship, remember the program is Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. You are in a relationship that you're thinking you should head to, marriage. Open your eyes, Washa, and know where. See the road well. I thought love is blind. She says, no, love is not blind. You must open your two eyes. Let the eyeballs be this big. Know where you're going to. And I love the last point there. When you are already in the marriage, close your eyes. That's a beautiful one there. What's the meaning of closing your eyes in the marriage? Must you see everything wrong? Must you be angry at the slightest, mistake of your partner? Or I don't understand the meaning. Open your eyes where I think I understand a little. Know your partner. Be sure. Be confident of his background. Be confident of, his company and so on. But this close your eye when you're already into marriage. Lots of people may not understand it out there.
When I say close your eyes, I mean to say that when you are already in the marriage, there are things you must persevere.
Good.
If you, excuse me, before the marriage, if you are seeing that this is a drunkard and that you cannot support him, don't marry him.
Thank you so much.
Don't marry him. If you are seeing that this boy is a womanizer, it's a boy, it's like this, it's like that, and you think that you cannot support that, don't think that you'll go there and change him. You will not change him. There are things already in him that are already in him that can never be changed when you are already in that marriage. So the reason why I'm saying that, open your eyes and see very well and look. And when you see that this character in him I cannot support. If his father, even if the boy is not drinking now, if the boy is not a drunkard, and you see that his father is a drunkard, he might manifest that in time to come. You see that the father is a witch, a wizard. And you think that no, he is fine. I mean, there are many things to consider. If you know that this character that I'm seeing, or this lifestyle, or like this, the boy can be rich. But you know that when you get to a marriage, and then the marriage is not working, I mean, the riches become like filthy rags to you. You don't even enjoy. Even if they give you money, when you are not happy in a home, you will not enjoy it. So when you look at those things and you think that you can cope, you like the boy, the family is the kind that you can like, because marriage is not just between two people. Because most of the time, when we were young, we just thought that it's me and my husband.
Okay.
No, but I want to tell you that marriage is not just for a husband and a wife. Most of the time you will meet the in-laws. You will meet the in-laws. You will have to interact with them. You cannot just come and snatch somebody's child and you want just to live just you and him, and then you push the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the sisters-in-law, the brothers-in-law away. No, they are there. And so when you have looked at all of this and you see that you can cope with them, you can cope with their husband, go into the marriage. When you enter now the marriage, close your eyes by not start looking at the wrongs, what is manifesting. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Why is it going like this? Why is it going like this? You had all the time to look at it before you enter the marriage. Now that you are in the marriage, close your eyes and love the man as he is, because you had all the time to look at him. You had all the time to watch him, to see him, to see his ways. And that's why marriage is not a rush. You don't rush into it.
You're already there, because I was.
You don't rush into it.
As you're talking about a rush, there, Counselor, you're already there, as if we are already thinking in the same direction. And that's why I was about asking this. So talking about enjoying the choice of your marriage partner, lots of people, after getting married, it becomes a problem. Is it because they rushed into it? Is it because they did not prepare for it? What are some of those reasons? You've already started highlighting some even. Yeah, maybe you were thinking that it's only for you. You forget the external family. But I think there are other reasons. So while some people, they're already into it, they can't enjoy their partner. What are some of those issues in the marriage that will make somebody not to enjoy the partner, to building a successful and a perfect marriage?
First of all, the God that instituted marriage, we cannot keep him out of this.
Okay. Another beautiful point.
If you come to marriage, you and your husband, or you and your wife, and the middleman is the God that instituted marriage, it will work. And that God has his principle, how marriage to work. If you follow those principles, it will work. Your marriage will work. And God who instituted marriage has made it that women should submit. The first thing he asked women to submit to their husbands. That the first thing he has not asked, he did not talk first to men. He spoke to a woman.
Okay.
He asked women to submit to their husbands. That is in Ephesians. If you see the part of a woman in that Ephesians, he asked women to submit. Then he told the men to love. If a woman is in her position of submission, then the man is up in his position to love. Things will work. Things will work.
Okay. Thank you so much. You see my pen very active this afternoon, dear televiewers. If the woman is in the position to submit and the husband to you take your position to love, things will work. Most often, husbands, you feel that you show more of the love when you people are already interested in each other and when you're into the home. Don't you think sometimes, dear counselor, when we are already into marriage, we forget the things we used to do before that were that attracted the man or attracted the woman? I want you to throw more light on that aspect when you're already into the marriage, because I want to believe 29 years, there were moments that lots of things got you angry. I'm sure there are others. There were those moments that you felt like, but this is not the time that one can even just think that your marriage is over. No, it's already at the level where no devil can destroy it again. And so there were those
By the
moments,
grace of God.
you understand, there were those 29 years is not 29 days, and it's
Yeah.
rare to see in this generation now. And so talking about stay in your position, most often we go out of position because when we think that when we are already into the marriage, it's all over.
Yeah. Sometimes we can go out from our position. For example, I cannot say I've been a perfect wife all the time, or that my husband has been a perfect husband all the time. But from the beginning, I said that there are some 4 things to consider, or 3 things to consider. There is love, there is forgiveness, there is time, appreciation, And if you know that you've gone out of your position where God has placed you, you need to ask for forgiveness. You need to ask for forgiveness. You beg for forgiveness. There are many wives that don't know how to ask forgiveness from their husband when they have gone wrong. And there are many husbands too who don't also know how to ask forgiveness from their wife when they have gone wrong. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. You would have gone wrong somehow, somewhere. It is possible to beg your husband for forgiveness or to beg your wife for forgiveness. Sometimes, excuse me, a woman can think that it is the husband's right to give money for food to take care of the home.
Good.
But sometimes, and so when the man gives, she just take. Tell him thank you.
Good.
For giving food money. Thank you for taking care of this. Learn to appreciate him. If you are that one that you are hushing him down all the time, he will be tired making effort. And then that husband too that passes his time, that all the time he is hushing the wife down, doesn't see anything good in the wife. You are making a big error. She needs to be appreciated. I know there are some people that when a wife gives birth to a child, he gives the wife a gift.
Okay, that's a beautiful point.
Give the wife a gift. But don't go and imitate. You have seen a neighbor who has given birth, and then the husband
Counselor.
Buys her a car or give her a gift, and your husband has never given you a gift, and you start grumbling that, why is it that my own is like this? You have not given me a gift. When I gave birth to this child, when I did this, you don't appreciate. No. There are some of those things, you take them quietly. You do not force the husband to be like the neighbor. Because before you got married to him, you would have known him. And you would have accepted his ways before you enter the marriage. And when you are already there, accept him like that. Accept him like that. Accept her like that.
Thank you so much, dear counselor. It's a beautiful one there, dear televiewers. If you're just tuning in, you're on NG Television, the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator, the sole platform where we discuss topical marital issues, relationship matters, cohabitant issues, come we stay. And other social issues plaguing the 21st century marriages that we always call from this end Android generation marriages. Now you understand why the marriages today, they are called Androids. 1 month after, you're back to your mother's house or your father's compound, you understand? And that's why we're here, because we want marriages to be up to standard so that the nation keeps standing tall. It begins with marriages and then the family, the community, the nation as a whole. And so every married couple out there, if you're watching us right now, you just have to enjoy the choice you've made already as far as your marriage partner is concerned. Because before you got there, you had a whole lot of time to meet counselors, to talk to you, to counsel you. Well, we understand that marriage is a school where you're given the certificate before you go for the training. We want to, try to mark an X a little this afternoon to say that counselors are available. Parents are available. And so on, there are lots of people who can put you through. They get to people who are living their realities. This is, Baoba, you understand? 29 years. And so there are some, wisdom to throw in the air so that before you get in there, you know where you're heading to. And when you're in there already, close your eyes. So if he's not, wearing his trouser well or he's doing jobala, accept it too and move on with it too. Likewise, the women, when you're already there, there's no turning back, because if you may be thinking, dear televiewers, that the better person is out there, it's all lie. Don't you think so, dear counselor? Lots of people think that we made a mistake or we made the wrong choice. The real person or the right choice is out there. Is that true?
No. If you are already in marriage, God consider marriage a lot.
Good.
If you are already in marriage, learn to be happy in that marriage.
Okay.
Learn to be happy. Don't think that the right person is out there. Anybody that is out there and trying to deceive you to come out, he will not be able to manage you. If you are already in marriage, learn to be happy. Accept the man the way he is. Accept the woman the way she is. Because first of all, divorce is a horrible thing. I think even in court there, where they go to divorce, most of the time, even the judge wants always to bring them back together. It doesn't just come with a case that you want to you don't want this woman again, or you don't want this man, just, okay, you see, you don't want to just sign, you are divorced. No, most of the time, they always want to bring you both back. I want to say that when you are already in the marriage, I see many women, most of the time, they are so frustrated. They are so frustrated. You look at them because my husband. No. Life is too short for you to get into marriage and you become frustrated, and you can have even hypertension. You can have other diseases because of the frustration. Life is too short. When you are already in marriage, focus especially on the strong points of the man that you have accepted as a husband, or on the woman that you have accepted as a wife. Then learn to be happy. Learn to be happy. And if the person that make marriage is in your midst, it will not be above you. But if you keep the person away, the person that made marriage, if you put him aside, be sure that you are going to have serious problems. Because if the person is in your midst, when you are having difficulties, you can go to him. How do we go this situation? His book is there. You can follow from his book and see how marriage is supposed to be carried out. And you will see that things will work for you. The best thing is not divorce. When you have divorce, you will see that you have made another mistake, the fatal one, especially if children are involved.
Good.
When children are involved, you have just shattered some lives. When there is divorce, learn to be happy in the choice that you have made. Plan to be happy. Plan to ignore some things. Then bring the difficult ones that you are unable to bear. Because sometimes when you are looking at the partner that you want to get married to, there are some things that are hidden from your eyes, even though you open them very wide to see. They will cover the things and make it as if there's nothing. Then when you get there, you start seeing things that you had not known before. And that is why the person that has made marriage should never be put aside. Because if he is there even before you get into a marriage, there are things he will even reveal them to you before you get there. So, and I have just said from the beginning that if you know that with this, I cannot manage this partner, I cannot manage this girl, or I cannot manage this boy, it is better not even to start the marriage. It's better not to go into it. Because it is a horrible thing to go into it and you want to come out. What will happen to the children? It is horrible to abandon children and leave another woman to bring them up. It's a horrible thing. I mean, it's a terrible thing. So, when you have already gotten into a marriage, do everything to keep the marriage going. It is for the two parties. They are the one to keep that marriage going.
Thank you so much, dear Counselor. Talking about enjoying the choice of your marriage partner, it's a beautiful one. There's somebody sharing experience, you understand? I want to believe soonest you will be, celebrating your wedding anniversary. When that comes up, Miss B is actually here to give you moral support. We're talking about that.
We already did it when we were 25 years in marriage. We had a big celebration.
I'm sure July is at the corner again.
Yeah, not this July. Next July, when we shall be 30 years, by the grace of God,
In marriage.
we plan to
Thank God.
to do
And so
something.
we're hoping to harbor, the counselor and that, soul slaking that has also contributed to make this marriage work come, that day. That's it there. The counselor has, highlighted a number of points that are very, very important. Okay, now we want to talk on the who should be blamed for the failure of a marriage. Is it the husband and wife? Before we come to that, dear televiewers, for the few time that we still have to be together, a couple of minutes, we still have some time. We're expecting your reactions this afternoon if you can get us this afternoon. Let's have marital codes there. It's a tradition. I think for some time we've just been into our issue. Let's see what we got there. We normally have so many of them. We take just 5. So many come in, we take just 5. Okay, I think this one says, can we get it back to the preview so that we see what is up there? Good. Oh my God. Okay, perfect relationship. Let's go back to it and see what we got. The perfect relationship is not that you never get angry, upset, or irritated with each other. It's how... Oh my God, can we get the write-ups, the question for the day? Oh my God, dear televiewers, we want to get that reading the wall. Okay. We hoping to have the question for the day off the screen so that we be able to go through that beautiful code there. Perfect relationship is not that you never, thank you so much, production room. It's not that you never get angry, upset, or irritated with each other. It's how fast you resolve and bounce back to normal. Thank you so much there. I'm sure that's what the counselor has been saying this afternoon. Let's see what we got there again, dear televiewers. It's a beautiful code there. I want to look at what I'll fall in love with this afternoon as far as marital codes are concerned. Good. Do not stop dating your wife and never stop flirting with your husband. Why do they put dating for wife and flirting for husband? I don't understand. No, Miss B. I'm not a counselor here. Okay, don't stop dating your wife. We all know dating that it's not all about the first day you met her. You're like, let's go, finish it up or fix it at Aqua. You understand? Even 29 years in marriage, okay, you come back to tell us. I want to believe there are times that we visit Aqua. Even after 30 years in marriage, that's what dating is all about. And never stop flirting with your husband. Okay, so it's a wife that flirts with your husband and husband dates wife. Okay, thank you so much, production room. Let's see what we got there. There's a beautiful code. Is that I'm about falling for that one day. I told Mom, oh my God, I've already fallen. Where do I fall now, Simon Echiabo? I told my wife she should embrace her mistake or her mistakes or her errors. She hugged me. This is a beautiful one. The husband told the wife, I want you to embrace your mistakes or your errors. The wife came and embraced the husband. You are my mistakes and my error. That's a perfect marriage. That's a beautiful one that I think I'm falling for this one. Let's see what we got there again. Dear Simon Echi Agbo. The relationship between husband and wife should be of best friends. It's not all about my wife, you must cook kosher, you must serve me, or husband, you must give money for feeding, like the counselor said. Even if he gives, no thank you, nothing, this money is not enough. It's just keep the level of being husband and wife to
It's a friendship.
Oh, thank you so much. Is there any other one, or are we done? Are we done? Oh my God, to keep your marriage brimming, standing tall, brimming, shining, whatsoever, with love in the wedding cup. Whenever you are wrong, admit it. Whenever you are wrong, admit it, and whenever you are right, shut up. Thank you so much. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you are right, keep it short. Thank you so much, production room. I think we are in love with one beautiful quote there. I told my husband to my wife to embrace me. I need to know that wife, dear televiewers. Husband says, Sha, woman, there's an exercise to do. I need you to embrace all your mistakes in life. Maybe the husband's thoughts were not even tilted to that direction. Maybe the husband was like, it's end of the year. Admit your errors.
Yeah, admit your mistakes.
The wife came and hugged the husband. It's a beautiful one there to keep somebody, encouraged in your marriage this afternoon. That's the essence of marital code. We're in love with those codes, dear counselor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that, we want to believe this afternoon is going to play in the minds of so many people watching right now and encourage lots of people out there. Were you in love with any of them?
Yeah. The one of the wife, I'm embracing her.
The mistakes.
The mistakes.
Which is the husband. Okay, so she's aware that you are my mistake, but we're already into the thing. Was that she's closing her eyes in the marriage. She opened her eyes, well, this man is a mistake, but I love this man. And so they're already there, she's closing the eyes. Okay, thank you so much, production room. It's a beautiful one there. Before we come to take text messages, please, if you're watching, just send in your contribution to the topical issue or the question for the day that we have in front of the screen. We want to talk on the few time left we have good. Some 8 minutes to be together again. We want to talk on ending.
I wanted to talk also on the one making a husband or the couple should be friends.
Okay.
That was a beautiful one too.
The code on friendship, Simon.
Yeah.
There was a code on friendship.
Yeah.
It should skip from word and friendship. We had the word. Okay. Why he's looking for it?
Yeah. In fact, marriage should be a friendship affair between the couple. If they are friends, a lot of things are going to work out.
But how can a husband and a wife, these are husband and wife, how can they be friends? Because most of people think that friendship is all about, that's my friend there. And how is it implemented in a marriage?
For example, my husband is my friend.
Okay.
My husband is my friend. He doesn't go out anywhere without telling me where he's going to.
Good.
I don't also go out anywhere without telling him where I'm going to. I confide in him. He confides also in me.
I like that.
Yeah, and also I don't share his weaknesses.
Good. Outside.
Outside.
Thank you so much, dear counselor.
I don't share any weakness of his outside.
That's what friendship is all about.
That's friendship.
The husband is the friend. She doesn't move anywhere without telling the husband does same. And I think I'm interested in this, dear televiewers. She doesn't share the weakness of the husband out there. Likewise, the husband does not share her weakness outside to friends. Well, what about pastors? Because sometimes the pastors...
No. I remember when I just got married, there was something, I cannot remember exactly what happened, that I hinted my pastor about it. That was not going on well between my husband and myself. That was the only time, no, I think 2 times. 2 times that I've had issue and somebody has intervened. 2 times for that 29 years. But most of the time, you see, marriage is not a load. It's a friendship affair. If you plan to be a friend to your husband or a friend to your wife, and both of you understand yourselves as friends, it will work. But if you start playing hide and seek,
you hide mainly from husband.
The husband is hiding his own and going his own way. The wife is also hiding his own things too and going her own way. When they come to discover, you see that it will not work again. You see, they lost confidence in each other. And so you start seeing that, no, this one is doing this behind my back, this one is doing it behind. So confidence is lost.
Thank you so much, dear counselor. Before we come to talk on who should be blamed, a few words before we leave the studio. This reaction says, yes, it is really a big problem in marriages today. But when a woman knows this, her role, and the husband knows this also, and his own role, and handles it the way they ought to, it will keep our marriages fine. Thank you so much there at televiewers who just sent in this response. Thank you so much. We want to say we are grateful, even though we can, really get the... this is Counselor Nemlak Honorine. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you, Councillor Nemlak Philippian, and of course, Councillor Nemlak Honorine. Thank you so much. There. Okay, the few times we struggling, we really can't get to our social media page this afternoon. Whether it's not the best connection to really get reactions from the social media page. Never mind, we will come back to take reactions. Few words as far as who should be blamed. Is it the husband for the failure of any marriage? Some people tell, sometimes you see the couples, husband is saying no issue, wife is saying no issue. Finally, where are we? So others will say no, it's the man because he's the head of the home. Some people will say no, women. Counselor, what do you say as far as the question of the day is concerned?
When a marriage is failing,
who should be blamed or who should take the blame?
Both of them, most of the time, are to be blamed.
Okay.
But if I have to blame, I will blame the women more.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And God is a woman talking.
Yeah.
He was a man now.
Yeah, I will blame the women more because if a woman, I said most of the time, is the two parties that are to be blamed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But in some cases, women are to be blamed more because if a woman already sees that her marriage is failing, go back to the one that instituted marriage. Cry up to God. Tell him, this is what is happening in my marriage. He who had instituted this marriage will know what to do.
Okay.
If she goes back to the person that instituted marriage, who is God, and cry up to him with submission, God will keep that marriage. But if she says, because the man has done this, I will also do this. Because the man has done this, I will also do this. That's where it's just like fire that was burning. Then you took kerosene and add to it. It will inflame. And so a lot of women are suffering in marriages. But if they can turn to God, I remember there was one a student in Economa who had a problem in marriage. She told her friend that her friend is a friend to me. Both of them were in Economa, and she said the husband is already has given her a written document for divorce, and then they were to meet the judge. I think they wanted to hear them first. And when then the girl came, the friend of mine, as that her classmate met her, talked with her, the friend said, I know one mama that I can take you there. And she brought her. As she brought her, I introduced her to the God that created marriage. And I told her, let's kneel down and talk to him. Indeed, we knelt down and we begged God for that marriage. God just operated a miracle. I cannot just say all of it here, but that marriage is standing till today.
Wow. That's a beautiful
That marriage is standing today. That is why I say that most of the time it's women that suffer.
Okay.
Suffer in marriage, suffer out of marriage. When there is divorce, they are the ones that suffer. But if you know the person that has instituted marriage, and when there is trouble, you come to that person, he is going to do something.
Good.
He is going to do something.
That's a beautiful testimony there to end the show this afternoon. It's been a fine one. We want to say thank you so much, dear Councillor Beatrice Ngangso. We would love to have you so many times on this platform.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for getting off your busy schedule. Saturday is not easy, we know it.
Yeah.
But please, we are just begging that you keep coming.
Thank
and
you.
we're looking forward to have our husband and wife here to come share their experiences.
Amen.
As far as marriage is concerned. 29 years, dear televiewers. It's not 29 days. Lots of things we've shared here. Should in case we missed on something you wanted to know more about, you can reach the counselor through NGTV, the numbers we have in front of your screen. Meantime, just to say that keep sending your file as we give you the agenda for next week. 20-year-old girl wants to get married to a 24 years old, there's a problem or the file is here, we're looking forward to arrange that and come back to you next week. But if we can have the counselor again, we will be glad. Production room, Simon Ichi, Abo. It's been your girl, Miss B, or Lady B, and always a beautiful smile there to all our televiewers and all the lovers of the program, with the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator, and to all our counselor out there, beautiful salutation, just to see you stay out of trouble. Be nice to whoever you come across or who come across as you, and of course stay off anything that does not give God glory. Before you know it, the heavens open up, blessings pour down on you, non monkeys or banana. From this end, goodbye, see you tomorrow at Timanshe Shalom.
Thank you.